doing alright? Okay, good. Are you sure you're done? You don't need any more towels or nothing? Okay. I know. Oh, no. I'm very glad that you called before the lines went down. I was a little bit worried. Oh, of course not. Everybody has to look out for each other if there's a tornado coming, okay? That's why I wanted to be here. Didn't want to take that risk. Yeah, well, a lot of the ladies from in town are right in the middle of where things kind of get serious, so. No, it's fine. I do have some. I brought you a bonnet too in case you wanted it. About the same size as mine. I know that's alright. It does. No, it looks fine. But I do have to tell you something. I kept out one of my rollers because I thought you might need it. Just one. I'm saying this not to be ugly or anything like that. But the front here, like, oh heck. See, that's what I missed. I didn't roll it. Just let me get that out of the way. Okay, so, kept one of my rollers for you because it's been a little different lately in the front. Yeah, it's been just a little tiny bit flatter than the rest. No, it's not a big deal. It's not super noticeable. I just thought maybe I'd help you out. So I got the roller. Got some dippity-doo for you. You don't put nothing in it. Well, that's why it's not staying. What do you mean? Okay, now I'm gonna put some of this. Come here. Now it's just that little front piece there. Is that alright? Okay, hold on. Let me unroll this. You don't set it with anything at all. Well, it holds up wonderfully considering that you don't do anything, but okay, come here. And just lean. Okay. Gotta be careful. Dang old candles everywhere. Okay. Okay, I think that's gonna stay. Well, heck, why did I do that? I just wanted to make sure it was going to fit, and I didn't put the dang dippity-doo in either. You don't want it? Well, I still got so much left. Gosh, I love the smell of it. I know. Oh, no, come on. Oh, so good. Reminds me of the salon. So how come you don't do anything? Well, here. No. The other side, I won't put a roller in it, but it looks fine. I'm just going to roll it a little bit in my hand here with some of this. Come here. Oh, it's fine. I've seen everybody use this. Okay, come here. It's nice and springy, see? Hold on. I think it's nice. And it's going to look a little bit wet for a bit. Just get that off. Yeah, it'll probably look a little bit damp for a minute, but that's why you do it at night. You do it with the rollers. You're sure you don't want me to take that out and redo it with it? Okay. No, it's your decision. But you see how they hold up, the side without it and the side with it, okay? Because remember, there's no roller on this side today because you don't have any of your stuff. And now I lost the lid from my... I gotta stop sniffing this. I'm gonna get brain damage or something. Okay, that's fine. I'm just gonna push it over there. Well, normally I get it done at the salon, but I had this interaction there recently. It's part of the reason I wanted to put the bonnet on before you got here. Okay, so I went to the normal salon that I always go to. But they said they lost my appointment information. They didn't know. They forgot it was gone. It wasn't in the books. Every kind of excuse. It didn't really make any sense. I've been going there same day, same time forever. Okay, fine. But my hair needed a wash. It needed a wash. It needed to be set. It needed something. It needed some help, okay? So I thought, well, let me go drive around. I know there's some other places that I could go. So I went, and you know, when you kind of get to the outskirts of the town, and you can drive up the one road, for the life of me, I can never remember what the name of the road is. Something with, it's all kinds of nature-y theme type of names. I get them all confused, I don't know. But it's one that had the hardware store that burned down. Yeah. So if you keep going towards the outskirts, there's a salon there. And normally the people who live further out in the country will drive up to that salon just because it's closer. So I thought I would try that out. I went in. Okay. And I said, oh, excuse me. You know, maybe they'll have a little opening. Maybe they'll feel sorry for me if they see the state of my head. So I go, the door didn't open, and I thought, take on it, they're closed. I was pushing and pulling, and nothing happened. And then somebody came to the door. She pushed her face up on the window of the door, and she said, hello. I said, hey, are you open? And she said, oh, yeah, sorry. And I heard this noise, and then the door opened, and so I thought, okay, I don't know, maybe they locked it or something. I don't know. I just, oh, sorry, you know, the door just flies open if we don't wedge it shut. I said, oh, okay, that doesn't sound fun. So I go in, there was nobody in there, really. I think they had one client in there, but she was asleep. I don't know how long she'd been there. She was just fast asleep in her chair. So I said, you know, I need a little bit of help. I have my hair set. I need to get it washed. I'd like, you know, a couple of things. And she said, oh, of course, that's fine. I can roll you up. I can put you under the dryers, all that. Okay. So we're going through. Everything's fine. She's putting stuff in my hair. She wasn't using the normal stuff. But I was just trusting that, you know, maybe she uses different things here. And she's chit-chatting, and her telephone keeps ringing, and she kept answering the telephone. She'd say, hold on a minute, and go run and answer the telephone and talk for a few minutes. And it wasn't really. They didn't have any magazines either. It was a little bit strange. So I thought, that's fine. I'm just going to get my hair done, and I probably won't come back. She kept on going. Okay. And then she set my hair up in the rollers with all the different, you know, potions and all that, whatever. She sets me under the dryer. And I just keep on sitting under the dryer. And then the dryer stops. And I'm still sitting there, and she's gabbing on the phone. She's talking about all kinds of things. I tried to get her attention, you know, I waved at her a couple of times and she didn't come over. So I got up from under the chair and I started walking to her, and she was like, oh my goodness, what are you doing? No, you gotta sit, you gotta stay down. Okay, sorry. So I went and I sat back down, and she said, oh, you're fine, just leave it a few more minutes. Okay. Well, she started hurting my head, and I thought, okay, there's a problem here. There was indeed a large problem. She realized she put the wrong stuff in my hair, and it had been sitting for far too long, so it got really damaged and broken. She was washing it out, and as she was rubbing, it was just coming off. It was breaking. It smelled all burnt up, and it was awful. Luckily, most of the bad stuff was towards the ends of my hair, so we just chopped a lot of it off. But I do have an emergency appointment at the regular salon coming up, because I gotta get the rest of that cut off and then figure out how to style it like that. Because I'm worried about putting more chemicals in, but I can't leave it, fried and wild and all that, so. No, I don't think so. Well, the woman who was doing my hair that absolutely destroyed it, I mean, she seemed like a nice lady. She just was maybe not so good at her job. I don't know. I mean, what can I say? I'm not a working woman myself. I don't know. No, she didn't make me pay for it. I don't think I would have paid for it anyway, but luckily I didn't have to say it. She just offered it. She says, oh my gosh, I cannot take your money. I'm so sorry. I destroyed your head. And I was thinking, okay, well, maybe don't be that dramatic about it because it's scaring me a little bit more now. So I will be getting it fixed hopefully soon. But that's why I had this piece sticking out. You can see it's just sort of not really doing much. It's not terrible, but here, see if you can feel that texture. It's kind of, it does feel like a straw, doesn't it? I know. I was trying to look for some things I could do to kind of hide it or whatever in the interim, but I'm thinking I might just want to stay home with this on my head, put on a nice little scarf on my head on my way to my appointment. Well, she did. She suggested, she said, oh, well, have you seen these city girls? And I said, we're in the city. What do you mean? And she says, no. Like the real cities up north. And so she was trying to tell me about all these modern hairstyles and how they're doing all these like really short, kind of sleek things. And oh, it's so modular and this and that. And I said, do I look like a modern woman to you? Because I'm not. I don't know. Hey now. Buttermilk. I'm sorry, that daggone cat. We had to bring her inside because of it. Anyhow. Asking me, oh, don't you think you'd look so fresh, like a real modern city-slicking woman? And I don't have the face for it, I think. I look at the photos that I have of my grandmother and the memories I have of my grandmothers. And I like their fashion. I like their hair. I like their clothing. I think that sort of thing looks good on me. But not the more modern type of futuristic, whatever. I'm too, I don't know, I think maybe I would have been a real fashionista, if you will. Real trend-setting woman if I'd been born a few decades earlier. But as it stands now, I'm certainly not, no, I am not paving the way forward. I'm not running headfirst into the future. That's for sure. You're allergic to cats? Daggone it. Okay. Well, you can stay in this room. I'm gonna see if I can wrangle buttermilk for you then, and I'll take this dippity-doo out so I don't give you any brain damage with the smell, but come on, just one more time. It's so good. Okay, anyhow, I'll get this out of here. I'll get buttermilk out of here one way or another. If you need anything, just knock on the door down the hall, Yeah. Well, I'm so glad you're here and that we got to chat a little bit, but make sure if you get too hot, let me know and bring you a little extra hand fan or something. Okay, yeah, just, okay. Well, I'm right down the hall if you need. Okay, try to get some sleep then.